Everybody, welcome to Texas Toast episode 8. It's time for another episode. We thought we'd bring the intros back after a lack of intro in episode 7. It was an overwhelming response. People thought we should still have an intro. So we brought it back in this episode. And also, we held a little survey of who everyone's favorite Texas Toast characters were. And overwhelmingly, Shady Penguin was number 1.
Which I wasn't really too surprised about, but figured since he's a great character, we haven't given much background info on him. Figured we'd tell a story right here, episode 8.
So here it comes, Legend of Shady Penguin, episode 8, and I really hope you enjoy the episode. Peace.
Shady Penguin was born in 1980, son of William and Kathleen Penguin. William was a fish salesman, and Kathleen was the best ice dancer in all of the South Pole. From a very young age, Shady Penguin would spend his days carefree playing with the other young penguins, and occasionally stealing hood ornaments and chromies. Shady would always accompany his father to his mother's ice dancing competitions, rooting her to victory as she won championship after championship. Shady lived the perfect penguin life, until that one fateful day in 1984. At Kathleen's World Championship Penguin Ice Dancing competition in Cape Bird, she hit a patch of thin ice and fell through. Kathleen was a fantastic swimmer, which is what left people shocked when she stayed underwater for so long. The crowd sat on the edge of their seats waiting for Kathleen to come flying out of the water into a 720 icy twist into a sensational tumble flop, but it never happened. Kathleen's death remains a mystery to this day, but everyone assumes she must have been snagged up by one of the many dangerous bull seals that patrol the waters of Cape Bird. After Shady's mom's death, it was never the same around Shady's home. Shady's dad William did not handle the death well at all. His fish sales plummeted, and Shady and his father spent many nights without food. His father did not even have any throat scraps to feed Shady. Shady was forced to come up with ways of making money himself since his father was now a useless lump. By 1991, Shady had most definitely fallen in with the wrong crowd. Although his father begged him to stay, pleading that Shady was all he had, Shady paid no mind to his father's cries and moved to California.
Sorry, Dad. This town's not big enough for a penguin like me. I'm gonna make something of myself. I gotta see the world. Sell offbeat, poorly made items that speak very little, but still be voted everyone's favorite character on a YouTube show someday.
Shady got by selling leopard print slap bracelets and official Pog brand milk caps. He made enough to pay his bills and got a studio apartment in Orangevale with Globy, a member of a local theater group. Shady worked long 12-hour days selling his fine products, while Globy simply sat at home and made 10 times as much money as Shady, betting the NFL. Shady could not help but become frustrated living with Globy, and finally gave in and asked Globy how he does it.
It's easy, Shady Penguin. Just bet with me.
Shady followed Globy's lead and began betting small on local elementary school spelling bees and ESPN Tough Man competitions. Shady soon quit his selling job and became a full-time gambler with Globy. As Shady's bank account steadily grew, so did his greed and ego. He lived the early 90s high life and partied late into the night with many early 90s celebrities. He began making bigger bets, and as he continued to win, his feelings of invincibility grew. Being semi-rich was not enough for Shady. He wanted to be a millionaire, and he wanted to do it on just one bet. He consulted Globy before his big bet on December 28, 1991.
It's easy, Shady Penguin. Just bet the Raiders. As I always say, it's the Raiders season.
That's a very much appreciated and generous bet, Shady Penguin. Very ambitious of you.
But the Raiders did lose 10-6 to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Shady Penguin lost $1.6 million that he didn't have. Not knowing what to do and fearing for his life, Shady fled to where all troubled gamblers flee, McAllen, Texas. This was not the end of Shady's problems, however. It was only the beginning.
Well, it looks like Shady Penguin got himself in quite a predicament. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I would say so. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm really excited to see what happens.
Yeah, if you want to see what happens, just stick around and watch the rest of this episode. All right, enjoy the rest.
With a tip from one of Shady's supposed California friends, Shady's bookies found him in McAllen. And they didn't come alone.
One might say you have exactly 365 days to come up with 1.6 million. And one might also say I have a damn gun to your father's head right now.
Shady, I haven't seen you in so long. What is going on here? What have you gotten yourself into? Shady watched in horror as the bookies relentlessly pounded his father into submission with aluminum baseball bats. As they drug him away, Shady heard his father say, "Son, I always dreamt you would make an honest living selling side print t-shirts of yourself." Shady, in a state of panic, quickly called Double M Productions and had them design the t-shirt. He figured that he would only have to sell 100,000 of them in a year at $16 a piece to make the money he needed. Shady now spends his time selling pointless goods, trying to raise money time and time again to press side print t-shirts of himself. Will Shady come up with the money and save his father? Or will Shady have to watch the bookies slice open his father's stomach and watch the fish and bile spill out? I guess only time will tell.
All I can say is wow. My selfish choices have hit me square in the face, in the form of my crying father, beat senselessly by a goon and a very tan, well-dressed bookie. Throughout my lifetime, I've left pieces of my penguin heart here and there. And now, there's almost barely enough to stay alive. But I force a smile, knowing that my penguin ambition far exceeded my penguin talent. There are no more white horses or pretty ladies at my door.
Man, we've had such a good day. We took out some beautiful ladies, played hours and hours of arena football with Rod, He Hate Me Smart, and oh, we even watched Jim Henson's Nishi on DVD. And oh, most importantly, we learned why our good friend Shady Penguin is so damn broke all the damn time. Yeah! I know! That episode was so awesome! Oh, and how great was it when those bookies were just pummeling his father with aluminum bats? It was the bloodiest episode yet! Yeah, I know! I loved when the bull seal ate those penguins! It was so bloody! Yeah! Don't forget about when Kathleen Penguin fell through the ice! Just think about it, Toast. How terrifying would drowning be? Yeah! Most importantly, I think we all learned a very valuable lesson today. No matter how cool violence looks, especially on YouTube, it's never a good idea and doesn't solve anything. And also, maybe sometimes you just shouldn't listen to Globey. And most importantly, I finally understand why the Shady Penguin side print tees are $2 more than ours. Obviously it's for a good cause, and obviously we'd like to be featured.
Come up on the Texas Toast, it is a cartoon with the nose. It's got the Shady Penguin and a character without a name. Healthy cat and DVDs and animals is not funny. Don't you even think about getting about chick? Come up on the Texas Toast, it is a cartoon with the nose. It's got the Shady Penguin and a character without a name. Healthy cat and DVDs and animals is not funny. Don't you even think about getting about chick? Come up on the Texas Toast, it is a cartoon with the nose. It's got the Shady Penguin and a character without a name. Healthy cat and DVDs and animals is not funny. Come up on Texas Toast, it is a cartoon with the nose. It's got the Shady Penguin and a character without a name. Healthy cat and DVDs and animals is not funny. Don't you even think about chick?